Forget your logo, forget your tagline. None of that matters if you haven't answered one question first. What's your story? Connecting with storytelling is part of human nature. Since ancient times, people have gathered around the hearth and passed down our traditions, our values, our sense of who we are. Through story, we have made sense of the world, found shared purpose, and connected with one another. Story is king. This is the founding principle of the animation greats and the philosophy Pixar built an empire on. And what is true for great cinema is true for great marketing. A purposeful brand story communicates who you are, what you believe, and why any of it should matter to the people you're trying to reach. Brands with great stories become more than what they sell. They become part of people's lives. Hello, I'm the digital double of Ginger Bowman, founder of Synergetic Media and former senior technical director at Sony Pictures Imageworks. Over the next few episodes, I'm going to break down exactly how to build a brand story that is impactful and authentic by applying the same storytelling principles that drive Hollywood's most compelling films to your business marketing. Your story is worth telling well. Let's build it.
Hello, this is the real Ginger Bowman, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching our series. I hope you enjoyed the use of our digital avatar, and she's going to be narrating the next 8 episodes of the series, but I wanted to assure you that all of the knowledge and the insights are coming from me. So this is the real Ginger Bowman. Be tuning in every other day we're going to be dropping about 8 of these, and I hope you enjoy them. So, bye.
When building your brand story, begin with your reason for being, something much more than selling widgets. Begin with your mission statement and your values. Consumers want to know what you stand for before they decide whether to buy from you. Your mission is like the hero's journey in the classic narrative. It is the quest, the goal. It is the larger impact you hope to make. It is aspirational and worth believing in for you, your employees, and your customers. Consider Nike. Their mission isn't to sell sneakers. It's to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. So what is your quest? What do you stand for that is worth believing in? Most businesses skip this step. They jump straight to what they sell. But if you do that, so does your customer. And your business may never mean much more than that widget. A business with a mission has a story. A business without one just has a product. And products are forgettable. Quests are not. So let me ask you, what is your quest? Answer this, and you have the heart of your brand story. You've thought about what you sell. You've defined your mission. But have you thought about who you are? Think about a brand you genuinely love. Not just use, but love. Chances are you know exactly how they make you feel. And that feeling didn't happen by accident. Every relatable brand has a consistent, recognizable personality. A useful tool for defining yours is the brand archetype. An archetype is a universal personality framework drawn from thousands of years of storytelling. The hero, the lover, the sage, the magician. Which one are you? Some examples. Nike is the hero, inspiring others to push past their limits. Disney is the magician, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary, all designed, all deliberate, part art and part artifice, and still completely genuine. Your brand persona must come out of your mission and your values and be rooted in something true about who you actually are. If mission is the why, persona is the who. Define both, and you're ready for the crux of your story, the conflict. Has anyone ever asked you, what's your problem? That's exactly the question you should be asking for yourself and for your customer. Your customers have a problem, a need, a gap between where they are and where they want to be. The brands that win define this problem and solve it. Without conflict, there is no story. Without tension, no stakes, no reason to care. Brands that understand the problems their customers face create compelling brand stories, complete with tension, a narrative arc, and a satisfying resolution. They are also honest about their own problems because that's real and it's relatable. Domino's did this when their customers were telling them their pizza tasted like cardboard. Instead of defending themselves, they filmed it. They put their failure on camera, showed the world they heard it, and documented the journey to fix it. Sales soared. Not despite the conflict, because of it. Your brand story needs the same honesty. What problem does your customer have that you genuinely solve? What's the gap you exist to close? Ask yourself that question. Answer it clearly. Then show your customer you understand their struggle and that you know the way through. That's not just good storytelling, that's good business. You know that feeling. Something good is on the way. Anticipation, maybe excitement or a calm certainty. Whatever it is, you just know it's going to be good. Every great story opens with a promise, a deliberate one. From the first frame, a great storyteller commits to an experience, and the audience feels it immediately. That felt promise is what keeps you watching, leaning in. Your brand makes the same kind of promise. A brand promise is the experience your customer can expect every single time they encounter you. A commitment to who you are and what you deliver, consistently, reliably, without exception. The brands that earn real loyalty are the ones who make that promise deliberately, who know exactly what they're committing to and then deliver on it, every single time. A promise kept builds trust. A promise broken, even small ones, creates doubt. And doubt is very hard to undo. So what is your brand promising? And are you keeping it? Every story has a hero. And in your brand story, guess what? That hero isn't you. It's your customer. Most businesses define their customer by demographics, age, income, location, profession, and yes, that matters, but it's only part of the picture. Demographics tell you who your customer is on paper, but not who they believe themselves to be, what they value, what they aspire to, what they fear, what they want to feel when they choose your brand. That bigger picture is captured by the customer persona. Consider Apple. Their customer is a regular person, a student, a professional, but Apple never marketed to that person. They marketed to the creative, the independent thinker, the one who sees the world differently. Think different wasn't a product description, it was a mirror for their customer. The brands that truly connect with their customers understand not just who their customer is, but how their customers see themselves. So who is your customer? Who are they as a personality? Who do they want to be? And how does your brand help them get there? We've spent 6 episodes defining your brand, your archetype, your customer. But that definition isn't complete until you know who else is in the story. You cannot fully define your brand without knowing, with detail, who your competitors are. Not just their names, also their strengths and weaknesses. The more you know about them, the better. In film, characters are defined in relation to each other. They reveal each other. The hero is braver because the coward exists. The mentor is wiser because the student is lost. Remove one of them and the others mean something different. The character of your brand becomes clear when you see everyone else in the story. Consider Netflix. They understood Blockbuster's characters so completely that they could define themselves as its opposite. No late fees, no closing time. Blockbuster's limitations became Netflix's selling points. If you don't know your competitors deeply, your differentiation is accidental. And your unique selling proposition might not be unique at all. Know the full cast. Study them the way a director studies every character in the story, because until you do, your own role isn't fully written. Right or wrong, you are judged by how you look, and so is your brand. A costume designer doesn't dress an actor, they dress a character. Every outfit, every accessory, every texture is a deliberate decision to reflect who that character is. Your brand has a costume too. It's your visual identity. And like every great costume, each element, colors, typography, visual style, photography, even the paper stock you print on, should all be carefully chosen to reflect the brand's persona, mission, and values. A great example of a well-crafted visual style is Patagonia. Their earthy tones, rugged photography, and unpretentious typography don't just look good, they communicate something. Environmental commitment, authentic adventure, a brand that means what it says. That's the power of a visual identity fully in service of the brand identity. So look at your brand's visual identity. Does every color, every font, every image tell the story about who you are and what you represent? Is everything in character? You've done the work. You've built something real, a story worth telling, and a relationship worth having. Now you need to protect it. The way you protect your brand story is through continuity and consistency. In film, continuity is a principle that holds together every aspect of the narrative, from character to lighting to visual motifs. If continuity is broken, the viewer is snapped out of the story. The shared illusion is gone. And so it is with your brand. Every element we have covered in this series, from your brand persona to your style guide, must be maintained with the utmost discipline so that every message stays true to the story you have built. As needed, your brand can evolve, but evolution is intentional and considered, never accidental, never due to drift or lack of knowing what the brand story is. When continuity is abandoned without intention, trust erodes, and the relationship you worked so hard to build goes with it. So protect what you built by staying consistent. Every touch point, every platform, every time.
Real Ginger here again. I hope you enjoyed watching Frame Your Story as much as I enjoyed making it. It was a whole heck of a lot of fun tying in the Hollywood storytelling principles to modern day marketing, because the bottom line is it's all about connecting. And there's no better way to connect than with story. The irony isn't lost on me that I have used a digital double or an AI avatar to talk about creating human connection. Yet that is exactly the world that we live in. In an increasingly synthetic world, human connection is more and more important, as is authenticity. And one of the things I wanted to stress is that it's not the tool that makes something you do authentic or inauthentic. It's the mind and the heart behind the tool. Another irony is crafting authenticity. We don't craft authenticity. We craft a story that's authentic. Master the narrative and then use that technology to help you tell the narrative. That's the best use of all of the technology. Same as now as back when I worked in Hollywood and we were learning the brand new techniques to create the latest and greatest in special effects to create compelling narratives. But what made a great story is never the effect. It's always the story itself. So here's to great storytelling, no matter what tool you use. I'm Ginger Bowman, signing off. See you on the other frame.